Hi, home cooks! Today I'm in the kitchen making garlic mashed potatoes.
This creamy side dish is the perfect comfort food. Soft, fluffy, and infused with a rich garlic flavor. They're made with only a handful of simple ingredients, and they make the perfect side dish for just about anything.
Bring that restaurant quality flavor home with this garlic mashed potato recipe. A classic side dish that's foolproof, and everyone will want to come back for seconds.
So let's get into the kitchen. This is how I make garlic mashed potatoes.
To start this recipe, I'm going to wash, peel, and cut into large chunks 3 to 4 large potatoes. And what are the best potatoes to use for mashed potatoes? Yukon Gold or yellow, or a combination of yellow and russet. This will give the best smooth, creamy texture for your mashed potatoes. Yukon Gold or yellow is a variety with a thin skin and a light yellow inside flesh. They're soft and fluffy when cooked with a sweet, buttery flavor. Russet potatoes usually have a thicker, brown skin, but the inside flesh becomes perfectly soft and extra fluffy. I'm using russet here today, but you can use either or a combination of the two. I'm going to place the potatoes and 3 cloves of garlic in a large pot of water. Make sure to pop them into the water as soon as they're cut. This will stop them from discoloring. And I'm making sure the water covers over the potatoes about 1 inch. Then bring the potatoes and garlic to a boil and cook 15 to 18 minutes or until they're fork tender. The garlic is going to become super soft along with the potatoes. Now that everything is soft and tender, I'm going to drain the potatoes completely from the water. Now in a large dish, mash the potatoes and garlic until there's no more lumps. The best way to get super soft and creamy melt-in-your-mouth potatoes is with a potato ricer, which is what I'm using here today. But you could also use a classic potato masher. This can leave behind a few small lumps for a more rustic texture. My grandmother always used an electric mixer for creamy, smooth mashed potatoes. If you're using this method, make sure not to overmix. The potatoes can quickly become thick and gummy. This happens when the starches in the potatoes are overworked. A food mill is another great choice for silky smooth mashed potatoes. It'll give you a similar consistency to that of a potato ricer. Now that my potatoes are smooth and lump-free, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of soft butter. Stir this evenly into the hot mashed potatoes. Once it's absorbed, add in 1/3 cup of cream. Stir this in until it's soaked up into the mixture. You can use anything from 10% to 35% cream, depending on how rich and creamy you want your potatoes to be. Finally, I'm going to season with 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, or to taste. Stir this into the mixture, and my potatoes are ready to serve right away. Just before serving, I'm going to melt on top about a tablespoon of butter. This is going to add that extra layer of richness to this creamy side dish. Warm, cozy, and full of buttery goodness. Perfect for holidays and Sunday dinners. This is going to be your new favorite side dish. Every bite is velvety, flavorful, and guaranteed to steal the spotlight at your dinner table.
And as always, you can find a link to the full written recipe in the description box below.
Enjoy! If you're a fan of deliciously simple vintage recipes and old-fashioned skills, then you'll want to check out this next video. Thanks for stopping by.